Hello, brothers and sisters. I would like and welcome to my page. And which I talk about common sense, but I try to keep it down under the nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, that means it's something very, very, very important. And not important to liberals, libertards, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT. So if you are a person who are religious, you like to smoke, you wear tattoos, you wear shades at night, you shouldn't watch my videos. I'm a very eccentric person, and I know what I'm talking about, and sometimes I get misconstrued, but it's okay. So I'm trying to get the majority of masses asses off of here. Millennials, people who are born after the 1980s, who use their emotions, and who don't know how to take people seriously because they don't have any form of respect for anyone in their life. They don't respect their parents. They don't respect their elders. And so that's majority of people. All right. So it's been 1 minute and 3 seconds past now. This video is going to be something unique. And yes, I'm still in Nigeria. Okay. So my wife is over there talking to her parents over there. And I want you guys to understand something here. I don't think I made this video before, but everywhere I go, I see discrepancies in each country. And I know if I go to Japan or China, this video is going to be how America can take over the world. Okay? This is from my perspective. Okay? I feel that America is the most convenient country in the world. More than all countries in the world. It's the most freest, and which could be very dangerous indeed because of the Democrats and the far leftists. Some people take it too far. And though if America fixes these problems with extortion problems and fraud in the court systems and the corrupted judges, then America can take over the world. Because America is a corporation, peoples. This is what I believe. I'm just telling you how it is. There is systematic racism by at least 30%, okay? I believe it does exist, okay? But if America implements this Bill of Rights upon the world, then the people will agree that everyone should have the right to bear arms, okay? And a lot of people will agree, okay, that people should be able to defend themselves in their own homes instead of living in a communist country like China or Japan, okay? You can see there's benefits of communism. There's benefits of capitalism, okay? And when I see other countries that don't got shit together, okay, because I have not lived in Japan and I have not lived in China, which I would like to go out there, but I have not found any women out there who are claimed virgins or into polygyny, you see, and that's a family issue with on their side because they stay together more with their families, unlike most American families, because the nuclear family has been destroyed, okay, in America because of the court systems, which don't really take enough effort into keeping them together, because the profits are made by destroying families, and that's what I know, okay, because I went through the court system, and I very much feel it is much improvement that must be needed to be done. In order to take over the world, you have to fix the problems in America first. Okay, so you will agree with me because you live in America. I am an American, born in America, Brooklyn, New York, Bed-Stuy area, okay? And so when I see other countries like China, I haven't lived in those countries, like the developed countries, they do want the Bill of Rights. You know, all those countries do want. It's just a handful of individuals who don't want the Bill of Rights because they don't know nothing of it. They don't know the history of the Civil War, okay? I don't even know 100% of the history of America. And, of course, I agree with the Bill of Rights most of the time. I read it, but I haven't read all of it. I haven't memorized the Bill of Rights. But 9 times out of 10, when you go to a poor, underdeveloped country, these countries don't have a systematic law in place for the people. And so the dictators in those countries can easily take over, okay? And that's where you get the most corruption from because there's no order. The people can't rise up. Like in Nigeria, I'm told that you try to rise up against the country or protest, you could be killed and shot, okay? Yes, okay, that happens here in multitudes of different countries in Africa, okay? Now, I don't know how it is in Dubai because I traveled to Dubai and it was very beautiful when I landed in the airport. But when the people don't have a say-so, Big Daddy is really in control, or the few oligarchies or Zionists that has control of the country, right? So there's nothing you really can do. The only thing America could do to take over the world is either through fear or through delegation, through diplomatic measures. And of course, when you have a lot of Africans who have these African pride, they don't understand the history of America. So ignorance plays a big role in that. So if a lot of people from different countries and ethnic groups from the other countries hear the history of America, it will sound confusing because it's not in layman's terms. They don't fully understand and comprehend the English language, okay? And so when they know and start learning about this history of America, then they want that power for themselves. They want that Bill of Rights, okay? And that's the only way America can take over other countries, by diplomatic or through fear, okay? Because I believe right now the United States is using fear tactics, okay? They're using a lot of manipulation and psychological psyops, okay? Right? And when you have America doing these things, these wicked things behind the scenes for the greater good, see, it's a great evil for a greater good. You ever heard of that? Because religion is a great evil for a greater good. Because people with common sense would know this, that God is yourself, and who am I and you, right? You have to understand to use common sense here. A lot of people want to be free. A lot of people don't want to live in poverty, right? So when you have a bunch of people living in poverty and suffering through slavery, okay, they can't educate themselves. They can't bring themselves up. The only way to come out of it is when there's a revolt and a revolution for most people to rise up, okay? And they have to be more than the military in their country that can stop them, okay? But that's what I'm told, okay? You can't rise up here in Nigeria, you get killed or you get thrown in jail for life, okay? You try to do things like humanitarian purposes, you get thrown in jail. I didn't know that, okay? Because I was like, how come the people can't just come around in the group? And my wife told me, so you all get thrown in jail for life. And I said, oh, that's terrible. Okay, that's a corrupted thing, okay? And if enough Americans hear this, that could be trouble for Nigeria and the government itself. You see how that connects, okay? And America profits off of this. So I think America it's just close. They're turning the blind eye, okay? You know, they know that a lot of people want to come to America, and so when you need America's help, the only person to talk to is the president, okay? But there's so much work America has to do in order to even start doing this monopoly on the whole entire world. And I heard China has taken over most of a third of the banks, okay? You know, so you got to understand it's about the people, okay? And if the people don't have a voice, everything is fucked, okay? All right? And it's a sad thing because Americans know this. North America, okay, knows this, okay? They can take over and say, oh, we have to build the fucking rights, okay? You can't beat that because that's really for the people. There's no way a group of people can dictate and dominate the majority of the people in that country. All right? But that's all I really got to say about how America could take over the whole entire world. They could do it diplomatically. They could do it violently. They could do it with collateral damage. But you have to say one thing about America. It is a great evil for a greater good. Okay? And people don't understand. And I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. I'm doing okay, guys. I got to travel to Sierra Leone next, okay? Yeah. So I did my taxes and shit. I'm going to do all of those hassle and this fraudulent shit going on. But I just got to protect myself. And you guys got to protect yourself too. Make your videos, send it, okay? And people will believe it, okay, when you send it, okay? That's all. That's really gonna say. It's under 10 minutes. And y'all have a nice day. And it's freaking hot out here, guys. I'm sorry if you guys have to go through this winter storm. I feel sad for you guys. But other than that, you got to get your money up and get your weight up. You got to get your health up. And I'm out of here. That's all I really got to say because I said some vital things in the video. And it's pretty good. My honest opinion. Anecdotally. Peace.